Here he comes.
I'm sure it's just business. You boys can work it out.
No. You don't know him like I do. You're not supposed to be anywhere near me.
What I want, you've got. And it might be hard to handle.
Hello?
My friends wonder why I call you all the time. These private eyes are watching you. Watching you. Watching you. Watching you. Watching you. Watching you. Watching you.
You're out of touch! You're out of line.
But I'm out of my head. You're not around.
I'll do anything you want me to do!
I can't go for that. No can do.
Leave me alone. I'm a family man.
My bark is much worse than my bite.
Oh, deep cut.
Thanks. You've gone too far. But you know it don't matter anyway.
Watch out, boy, they'll chew you up.
And Normal World crew, they are kicking the ass over there and rocking it quite a bit. So
They are hilarious. That
their
was
skits
epic.
are fucking hilarious. They're
Yeah.
great. Oh, what's up, everybody? It's been a minute, hasn't it, buddy?
Yeah,
It's
at least a minute.
It's the first
Probably
episode.
two, because I just kept
Yeah.
pushing it off. I'm like, I don't feel like coming back yet. Let's go another week.
Well, no, I was like, oh yeah, it's cool. I'll do a game stream. Or nope, didn't happen. It's the first episode of Clout Goblins for the 2024 election year.
Election year.
Yay!
By the way, Rumble appears to not be working.
Yeah. I can't fix that live, can I?
I don't know. It gives an option to edit. What happens there?
It just edits the.
Oh, it's got nothing to do with the server. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll post something in the chat over there.
Yeah. Do we have people over there?
3 people waiting, allegedly.
I got you. Should we restart?
Nah.
All right.
I'll just put a note in the chat.
Yeah, I got you too. Boomering it up, like good old men. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see.
Anybody who shows up there can come over here if they want.
Yeah.
We're also on Twitter.
We are on Twitter. That is
That
correct.
they finally got the chat room thing, or at least for me, it's finally working. Remember when they first started it, I was just like, I don't see any chat function. So kind of.
I have no idea how to even view the stream on Twitter. So
I don't know how to find it other than if you go home, people who you follow who are live should show up on the right side.
okay, I got it now. Yeah, here we go. Good old boomers. Here we go. Well, guys, yeah, again, Clout Goblins. I'm Flagrant Triggers, also known as Cam, and with me is my wonderful co-host, Mr. Crash Mondo Jr.
Right.
How have you been, man? You've been on a little bit of a journey, haven't you?
A bit. I mean, it's the new year. I didn't really set any New Year's resolutions, except for I am doing a 1 year Bible read through.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a checklist for every day.
Nice.
So I've been keeping up with that. It's actually the only thing that I've been consistent on since the new year. I haven't ran yet since New Year's, and it's been cold, and I'm just like feeling lazy.
Speaking of the Bible, did you hear about the checklist you're now on?
What?
Yeah. So not only were people who had MAGA or Trump or anything in any of their social media profiles flagged by the FBI and CIA and all the intelligence agencies, but also if you bought a Bible, you were also flagged and designated in a database.
Damn, I just bought that Bible. Just bought a new Bible last month. You can actually see it. It's this thick book right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's my new study Bible.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've got my other one right here too. This one I just bought last year. This is where I'm going to read from at the end of the show today.
Yeah, that's a new little addition we're doing, guys. Crash wants to do a little Bible read, which I am totally cool with because I think we need a little bit more morality and Jesus in our lives. Because again, not to sound like a broken drum, I think something very shitty is on the horizon for the country. So here we go.
Yeah, being in an election year, there's no chance that they don't have something already planned.
Well,
by they,
I mean, the Epstein list came out with, well, it wasn't the Epstein list.
Yeah, it wasn't even the list. It was just a deposition and someone. So it was just a deposition of a witness who was there.
Yeah, it was Gufrays. I think that's her name.
Well, she was in it, but there was two witnesses. There was another girl. I can't remember her name though.
I can't remember her name either, but she
was the one. The other girl was the one who said that she heard Jeff say that Bill likes them young.
Yeah. Imagine that. You know, he killed a guy. he really did.
Yeah.
And oh God, what is her name on The View?
Which one?
The redheaded one.
Joy, right?
Yeah, Joy Behar.
Joy Behar.
Her and Barbara Walters kept trying to shut Norm Macdonald up. God, I gotta look it up because it is hilarious. Anyway, guys, we hope everybody's doing all right. Check out.
Hey, is anybody else going to MegaCon? Put it in the chat.
Oh yeah. Because I know you're signed up for it, right?
Yes, I am signed up. I've got my hotel reserved. I've got a day pass for Saturday.
Nice.
Looking forward to meeting a lot of people. Especially, I want to meet Ripa because I've never met young Ripa, and then there's a lot of people with Ripaverse that are going to be there. I believe Carolyn said she was going to be there. The Saskas. I'm not sure who else.
Yeah, I've never been to MegaCon. Like, honestly, I went to an anime convention in Raleigh a few years ago. Well, God, it was more than a few years ago because Kinsey was a baby. Probably like 7-8 years ago. And it was kind of low key because our area is not huge on the conventions and stuff. Like Charlotte's the closest big city you're going to get, but then you're going to have to go to Atlanta, which is where the huge conventions are held every year.
Yeah.
And by the way, big congrats to one of the fellowship members, Mr. Brian Trippett, the Front Porch Conservative, for, as I called it a long time ago, having explosive growth and interviewing Miss Gothix a couple days ago. Congratulations, sir. And big congrats to Chrissy and them on FNT for getting Vivek on there last night.
Right? That was crazy.
Very nice. Very impressive. Like Brian, Brian's going to be like one of the big streamers here before too long.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's go ahead and get.
You think he makes it on FNT this year? By the end of the year?
Yeah, I do.
So?
Yep. Yes, I do. 100%.
Right, we called it, Brian.
Yeah, we're definitely calling it. He's got too much pizzazz. It's the fedora, it's the voice, and it's just the natural flow he's got going on with everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's the Norm clip I was talking about.
To get I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next.
Now,
just go on to the.
What's funny is he could be talking about anyone that's been in office ever.
Right? Yeah.
Like you got Clinton, Bush, Obama, Bush Senior. I mean, just name your president, and it can go back all the way then. Like Obama, Trump, Biden definitely. Jesus, God, God. Biden. So
I mean, the whole. There are two things that shock me. One, it feels like the GOP isn't really doing much to try and stop. I mean, they're trying some things. They're trying to get him knocked off the ballot on the legal standpoint. But that's like it. That's it. I don't see much else going on. I'm like,
they're doing the bare minimum to keep their seats, because you got to think like probably 90% of the Republicans are establishment. Maybe a little bit
90.
less now.
I don't think so, but maybe. I have my doubts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like something bad, because I'm starting to lean toward the Democrats aren't going to have a primary. Biden's going to be the natural selection. Something's going to come up later this year to where Biden has to drop out and they just insert whoever they want. And I don't understand why Democrats are okay, why Democratic voters, whether they're retarded or not, would be okay with that. Because basically they don't get to choose who they want to run the country or try to run the country.
I mean, if you think about it, do we ever really get to choose?
Yeah, that's true. that is very true, because for those who don't know, the RNC and the DNC are private corporations who gatekeep anyone they want to keep out, which is why Donald Trump was such a pain in their ass, because they fully did not expect him to win. They brought him on because they thought it would bring views and eyeballs and get the party hyped up and basically just make the whole process entertainment show instead of an actual fight for political positions and being able to run the country with some form of intelligence that is severely lacking in the corpse we call our president now.
Yeah.
But he said the right things. He talks like most Americans think, and a lot of people gravitated toward that. And he shoved a big, raw, spiky cactus up the ass of the establishment, and they did not like that, which is why they're doing what they're doing now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, anytime somebody of note that is even a halfway decent candidate shows up on multiple levels of races. Abbott was had several go up against him. I mean, when was it? 2 years ago, and they had some great candidates, and a lot of people pointed out, like, I still don't understand how they still just go for Abbott. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's
like
going
the
to get
voters there.
interesting.
Like, yeah,
Go ahead.
I just feel I would have hoped that Texans would have been a little bit more aware of what's going on with the GOP over there, but they're just not. But I really would have gone for if it were me over there. If I were over there, I would have gone for either Chad Prather or Alan West. Honestly,
Yeah.
but they did so poorly, and Chad had hinted that there were some shenanigans afoot from the RNC
Oh yeah.
at that state level there.
Well, that's what's disgusting about it. There should not be
yeah.
a private corporation dictating anything when it comes to a public position or
Yeah.
policy or voting methods, anything like that.
It's called
Private
fascism.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of people think like, oh, so what? So they know about a Bible. Like Tim Pool brought up a very good point. Like, yeah, they know you bought a Bible and they know you support Trump. And the establishment hates that, and the corporations hate that, and the banks hate that. So your interest rates are going to be just a little higher. You're going to be denied a little bit more often. It's going to be a little bit harder for you compared to someone who will just get on their knees and toe the line. Well, shuffle up the line on their knees.
Getting a job.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not just going to be on the credit, and companies look at credit scores all the time. So I'm sure that ESGs will be a factor in future job hirings. I mean, it already kind of is.
Mm-hmm.
I know in leftist areas.
Well, I really hope Texas, the stuff going on in Texas, gets intense, because now the Texas National Guard is cutting off Border Patrol and arresting immigrants and sending them back, instead of letting them cross over and just be processed, which is all Customs and Border Patrol is doing right now. They're literally just taking them to a park, processing them, and letting them loose. That's it.
What I wish I would have seen, and maybe they'll do this soon, is when the Border Patrol agents do things like cutting the barbed wire that they lay out to prevent people from coming over. They should arrest those agents.
Yep.
They
should all be arrested right now.
Yeah.
As soon as that law went into effect in Texas, they should have just started arresting Customs and Border Patrol. Like, if you're going to facilitate illegal immigration, then you're literally committing treason.
Whoa.
I don't know what that was.
I mean, it was the... I don't know how to point it to you, but I mean, I'm looking at what fell. It's still standing up, kind of.
Wait, what fell?
It was the darker thing. You see I don't know what those are.
Oh, it was the Pulp Fiction poster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all right. It'll be all right. It's only one of my favorite movies of all time, which my parents bought me unaware when I was like 11. They saw the movie. It's like, oh, I bet it'll like that. And I watched it, and after I got done watching it, I was like, holy shit, what was that?
Dude.
Yeah.
11? Holy crap.
Yeah, I was like 11 or 12. And by the time they realized what it was, because my dad didn't give a crap, but my stepmom, that was a completely different story. Once she realized how many fucks and shits and all that were in there, she's like, oh no. I don't think she actually watched the movie though, because had she seen the butt rape scene at the end by the guys tied up in the dungeon, she probably been a little bit more horrified. Spoilers, by the way.
That movie's old enough. You don't get spoiler warnings. Okay. I mean, this is a fair point, because I mean, with Abbott, this is why I don't understand how Abbott is still popular, but because he's terrible. Everything he does that even looks remotely good is all for show. You know, it doesn't last. You know, he only does it just enough for the cameras and to get some headlines, and then you find out later, they aren't actually going to complete the wall, at least on the Texas border. Yeah, they're actually, or what he's saying here, Texas Guard is turning them over to CBP. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, it's. I mean, I hate to say it, that's all our fucking politics are now. It's just a dog and pony show. Here's some bread and circus, and that's what pisses me off because you get these people like like I watched when Jelly Roll went to the Senate and talked about the fentanyl stuff, and this guy has first-hand direct knowledge and has caused addiction and served jail time for it. He can't even vote anymore. And he'll go up there and he's reformed and he pours his heart out and it's like they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about him. They don't give a shit about you, your family. If you can't benefit them or help them prosper or get them votes or secure their seats or make their family enriched or something along those lines that improves their life and not everyone else's, they don't give a fuck about you. That's
I wonder if there's a listing of all of the congressmen and sorted by net worth, because I think if we want to find out which politicians are actually worthwhile, look at the bottom of that list. Who's not insider trading or getting backdoor deals with corporate lobbies?
Let's see. Did I just find one?
Hey.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not like foolproof. Some of them may have had other careers or businesses entering in. I'm thinking about Dr. Rand Paul.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he had some money going in, but that's could probably be the exception rather than the rule.
Well, here is this. We've got a. Wow, this is so old though. This is back from 2012, so this is nowhere near relevant.
Yeah.
Like, here's Kirsten Gillibrand, but she's worth a lot more than that now.
Oh yeah. No, they definitely are.
There's Richard Blumenthal. I mean, Dianne Feinstein. Like, the people you would expect are there. Mitch McConnell, of fucking course.
Of course.
Dude, why is he making $23 million? Or why is his net worth $23 million in 2012?
I mean, he's been in office for as long as Biden. I mean, he's been in DC as long as Biden has.
Now here is one. Here is one that does stand out, and I would believe Mike Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's one of the few that actually pushes back on things. And he is at the bottom. I don't believe for a minute that Kirsten Gillibrand is there anymore, though.
Yeah.
She's definitely not the bottom 10 senators. And then your reps. I don't recognize Pelosi, of course. Who knew?
I mean, I know Daryl Issa. I don't know if he's still in office. I haven't heard of him. I haven't heard from him in a long time. Polis, the Colorado governor, who's a Democrat and calls himself like libertarian. It's so stupid. All of the libertarians in Colorado hate his guts because he's constantly just playing pretend as a libertarian.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not even close. Like, nothing that he's done has been remotely liberty oriented.
Hey, what's up, Z? Haven't seen you in a minute.
Let's see. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, that's
any other names. Scott Peters. I vaguely remember that name.
Well, there's Louis Gohmert.
Yeah.
At negative 162,000. Like, all that really tells me though is that he's in debt for probably a business or something, and he actually files his taxes like he's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's all they do anyway though. They, especially the rich ones, they just pretend. They pretend they're your partner, your buddy, your pal. Like even Vivek seems to be more in touch with the cultural side of things, obviously because of the podcast and the shows and the events he went on. He definitely had a team of younger people helping him with that.
Yeah.
But even he, to a degree, is out of touch with Well, he grew up. Didn't he grow up poor though as well, or like middle class at
So
best?
yeah, I think so. Because yeah, he's from what I remember, I thought he was a self-startup, like a self-made millionaire.
Yeah. Well, he started at Biomed Company. I know that.
Mhm.
So he did build his worth, and he definitely believes in helping people get there with that. Yeah. Same old rant from me. The politicians don't give a fuck, and I don't know. I still think something bad is around the corner, just because of the tempo of the way things are going, and the tempo, like the flagging and making it harder for people who vote a certain way or don't vote a certain way is the big thing to me. I think that is more detrimental to you than anything. Like, or not detrimental, but just as auspicious as voting for Trump. Uh-oh. Z is of a Vivek doubter.
I mean, I think it's good to have a healthy skepticism. You know,
Yeah.
we haven't seen him in office. I know he still runs, like he has a large, like I think it's hedge fund group. That I mean, like his goal, he wants to try and be an alternative to the companies like BlackRock and Vanguard.
Well,
by not going down the ESG routes.
I do have a fear now because of DJT, the 45 and 47. Trump 2024. But it looks like, guys, Trump might have syphilis.
Oh my gosh.
The proof is there. Look at it. Look, I mean, wow. And so, I mean, we know that's a wig now, because if it's progressed to his hands, his head probably looks like the craters on the moon. And this is the absolute stupidity of what is going on. Like, they actually ran that story. Like, could it be syphilis? And to have symptoms like that, he would have had to have had syphilis for 10 years and never been diagnosed or had any symptoms of it, or just ignored the symptoms and nobody gave a shit. But there actually is something that is that's bothered me about Trump, and it's his comments about saying that he will not be our retribution. And let's see if I can find that real quick.
Hey Z, is that better?
Oh, is she telling you about your audio?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me know if it hasn't improved. Might need a new cord. I've had this mic for a while.
Yeah, your audio is like going in and out. I think it's like the distance isn't set up right, or your mic's not picking up correctly or something.
Oh, you think it might be a software?
Not it just sounds like the pickup isn't calibrated right. It was better when you were closer though.
How about now?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I forgot that there's this
it's a directional mic.
Usually no, I don't think so. No, it's not a directional mic. This is just a Blue Yeti. I don't remember what these settings are, but I was messing with them earlier this week, and I forgot that I left it off the original setting that I had it. And I'm guessing that changed something. Anyway,
it's still doing it a little bit.
Is it?
So yeah, what I would do, turn the end of the mic toward your face and just try to stay close to it.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay. I mean, I'll also I can turn
No, that
down or
that
up B. You think it's
that's
good?
perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Um, yeah, he's like, well, first of all, a lot of people would say that that's not so bad. I'm not going to have time for retribution. We're going to make this country so successful again. I'm not going to have time for retribution. And remember this: our ultimate retribution is success. So I take this two different ways. I can see the one way where the Trumpites and his acolytes are saying, "Oh, he's just saying that because he doesn't want to scare new voters off or young voters or anything like that, thinking he's going to come in and be a madman and just gut everything." I don't take it that way. I think back and he says, "I am your retribution." Basically saying that if you elect me and I get in again, it's going to piss them off more. So we've already won if I get in. And that's not what we actually want. We actually want someone
Right.
to go in there and do the bull in the china shop, which is actually a very bad analogy because cows and bulls in china shops don't actually do anything. But,
Really?
but
They just
yeah,
sit there
you
and they
never,
won't.
yeah, it's ridiculous. They are incredibly nimble considering the size of animal and clumsiness that they have. But it, I think that is more of what he was saying. Like he never planned on really dismantling the CIA, the FBI, the Department of Education, Department of Energy, all that shit. He's just gonna I think he's just gonna get back in and just leave things status quo and hire the people he likes.
I
I don't
mean,
think he's
it would be a nice start to just have people that haven't been there for decades.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
And maybe go well if he doesn't pardon the J6ers, like right off the bat, I'm done. I'm just done. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna move down to Florida. I'm gonna start homesteading, and we're gonna go hunt snakes and gators.
that's right. And meanwhile, we'll push for secession.
That's right. Yeah.
Which I heard a while back that it sounds like Texas may make it to the ballot
Hmm.
this year.
It is a
Yeah,
chance. Yep, there is a
so
chance for
it
that.
will be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, if Texas happens, and I see Florida going next,
Yeah,
but
Florida
then
would absolutely be next.
but then I also see California. Well, no,
That'd be
because
great.
they'd stay with the establishment there.
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah, so no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't secede. They are way too establishment and depend on government dollars too much for their big fancy bullshit cities
Mhm.
where the shit covers the sidewalks unless a national leader's coming over to tell them how to uh, crucify the homeless. It's funny, wasn't it? Yeah, like the as far for the Republican side though, like the primaries are. I mean, the primary is over. It's going to be
Yeah,
Trump.
yeah. No,
He's
it
so far
is.
ahead. It's ridiculous. Like Ron, I don't know what happened with Ron DeSantis. I really don't. And I like my personal feeling is that he got out of his comfort zone dealing with
Mhm.
the national attention of trying to run for president. And a lot of people are probably pushing him for, hey, you're looking good. You did these things. Everybody's talking about you. Florida's great. You should do it now. And I could understand it from that perspective, but he just didn't have the same candor or
Mm-mm.
enthusiasm for the presidential run as he did the governor's race. And Nikki Haley is, oh, did you see that meme?
No, I love a good meme.
Oh, this was great. Where's it at? Because everyone's calling her Nikki Hillary. This
Oh, I
isn't
think
the
I
one
did
I was
see
looking
that
for,
where it's
but
basically it's Hillary's body with her face.
yeah. Well, there was another one too. It was like the
Yeah, I have seen that. I love it.
good old. There he is, man. Good old Trump.
That's right.
tweeting it out. There's another one though too, because they did that that Netflix documentary on her called Hillary, and it just
Yeah,
had
I did
her
see
in
that.
place of Hillary.
Oh, that was so good.
Yes, yes, Z, that is correct. DeSantis be capping.
I don't know why he's still in at this point. I don't know what he's hoping for.
I don't understand
He's
why
hurting his
Haley.
reputation the longer he stays in.
I mean, they all are. Like Vivek was smart enough to say, "Okay, I'm getting out.
Yeah.
Trump is absolutely going to destroy everyone, so I'm going to start pushing for him and helping him and trying to give him support." So, I mean, as far as strategy, Vivek has been the absolute best candidate, period.
Yeah.
And I think the numbers got skewed in Iowa because of the establishment pushing Democrats to vote for Haley.
Yeah, true.
I don't think those were 100% true numbers at all. I bet if you go through and look at those rolls at how many people can change party affiliations just so they could vote in this primary, it was ridiculous. What I don't know. Part of me says, well, it makes me wonder, like, should there be like a delay for you to be able to vote in an election if you switch your party, or should it just not matter and you should be able to vote for who you want to vote for no matter your party affiliation?
I'm not sure. I mean, there's some places that have open primaries.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thinking
I haven't
about
really
it,
heard much argument for or against. So I'm not sure what would be what I would consider a better system.
well,
Honestly, I have some thoughts on ranked choice voting. I think that could be a decent system if implemented correctly.
yeah. I think as far as who's available to vote, I think it should be open to everyone, because then you wouldn't have to worry about bullshit corporation games by the DNC and RNC trying to get people to switch over and vote for certain candidates.
Mm-hmm.
Because then everyone would have a say and you wouldn't have to worry about it. So I think, yeah, I would say leave it open, because that's supposed to be part of our rights anyway. And
True.
well, I mean,
If you're gonna do open primary, why even have primaries? Like, I mean, there's some places that don't even do primaries. It's just everybody. You still have your party affiliation, but like I think Alaska's like that. If I remember correctly, they just.
I'm not sure.
There was some place in 22 that had multiple Republican candidates at the general election. And I think the incumbent still won, who was also a Republican. But yeah, there wasn't a primary there.
Yeah.
I think it was Alaska.
I'll say that should just show like why things should be way different than they are. Because I mean, look at the crap we don't know about other states in our union, and we're more worried about countries that all we do is send fucking money to all the time.
I wonder if anybody's checked in on Zelensky. He hasn't gotten any money in a while.
Ooh. Yeah, he's
there was no Ukraine money as part of the latest deal, was there? I didn't read anything on it, but I heard that there was a continuing resolution or something that passed recently.
Well, it's like who was it? Chuck Schumer said there would be no. I can't remember what it was. Was it the border that he tied to Ukraine money? I think it was. I cannot remember right offhand. Yeah, that. I think everyone should vote in their primaries. But then again, I think it depends. To me, it really depends on the system too. Because you can have, it's like what they did earlier, or what they did with Haley, and just converting people and having them change affiliation. Because then Well, you can only change your affiliation once every year.
I don't know what the rules are. I'd imagine that varies by state.
Yeah, I would assume so. Often.
Like I think in Florida, I don't think that there's. I'm not sure what. I don't think that there's a limit because I think a lot of libertarians here will switch affiliation just to vote for the primary and then go straight back. I know that's just because the state secretary tells me that they get themselves in trouble when they forget to change themselves back to libertarian because if they're officers in their local affiliate, well, that's against their constitution, and then they get disaffiliated.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, you can change as often as you want. So I guess it does just depend on the area you're in. Which that's just dumb. Why not just leave everything open then? It's probably
Well, we know
honestly,
the
it's
answers,
probably
so
a
they can be.
psychological thing to
Yeah,
tie people to. Oh, I can only vote for Democrat. I am a Democrat,
yeah, it absolutely is.
and it's another gatekeeping method by the RNC and DNC.
Pretty much.
That's really what it is, I believe. Oh man. Oh yeah, this guys, this flag was the best Christmas present I've gotten in a while. Let's see if we can. It's supposed to say R, but are you threatening me? The Great Cornholio with an AR and a pistol as the Gadsden stake. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. My sister got that for me. Like I didn't know what it was, and I opened it up. I was like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!" If I had a truck, it would be tied to the back on a big old flagpole flying around. Oh man.
We still haven't talked about Mr. Baldwin.
Yeah, we have not. You want to dive into that one?
Yeah. I mean, I was shocked when I found out that he was indicted. It's been 2 years. Almost exactly 2 years. I don't remember what the date was. But yeah, like I didn't think he was going to get charged at all. You and I were talking before this that you think that he's not going to see any jail time. I think I agree with you there. It's
No,
highly unlikely. I mean, it's just it's amazing that he got charged at all. It'd be a downright miracle for him to actually face go to jail.
And yeah, the sad part is we're amazed that he didn't go to jail. We should be we're amazed that
we're amazed that he's getting charged. We should be amazed that he didn't, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for 2 years. Like I'm still I want to know like what changed to make this prosecutor decide to go for it.
I haven't looked
because I believe it's a
details.
lefty prosecutor. I don't know what incentive they have. They're. I mean, maybe just another show. I don't know if he's up for election. I wonder who it is. I'm gonna look it up. I believe it's Santa Fe.
Yeah, because it's in New Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have no idea on that. Whoa, here he comes. Dude, I really wish there was a version of that song out like that.
Right.
Yes, ladies and
Where to
gentlemen.
find information on this guy? I don't see it on Santa Fe's website. Oh, here we go. City Attorney's Office. That's what I'm looking for.
you can hear me chewing, I'm sorry. I am being a fatty.
That's how I've been all year so far. I am going to start running and working out again this week. Does it tell me who? Oh, staff directory. Maybe that will tell me. Aaron K. McSherry. Woman.
Is that a male or female?
Female.
Mm.
Here, I'll bring it up. I found her LinkedIn. I'm not signed in though, so I can't look at her profile. But you can see a picture. Yeah, I'm trying to find information on when she's up for re-election. That's the main thing I could think of.
Brian, come on, man. Come on. It's a loaded question, loaded statement, isn't it? Loaded, cocked, pointed at two innocent people with a hair trigger and an itchy finger. And the typical Baldwin rage. I just don't understand.
I found out today actually there is one Baldwin that's actually a Christian.
Really?
Yeah, Stephen.
He was the one in Biodome, right?
I think so. I don't remember for sure though. I'm probably
Pretty sure.
IMDb it. Yeah, Stephen.
Yep, Stephen Baldwin. I did not know, dude. I just saw where Tenacious D was the group playing on campus. I have to watch that movie again now. That was one of my 90s kids movies where I went back and I watched it every single day.
Yeah, nice.
I've probably watched that movie 30 times.
Wow. For me, it was Jurassic Park. I watched that movie religiously.
I watched Forrest Gump. I watched that a lot.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one. First one was epic.
We didn't have that one. We had the second one, I think. But yeah, I'm trying to I watched Pulp Fiction a lot until my stepmom found out about it. And then I watched Forrest Gump a lot, Biodome, Son-in-Law. Yeah, what was another one? Watched Aladdin a lot. Ms. Doubtfire. God, 90s movies were so much better than movies today.
Right? They were so good.
They were.
Yeah.
That's why I'd rather watch anime than watch most TV today. Because to me, the stories are a lot better. And it's more I don't know, it's more inspirational than half the crap that's out there now. And I think that's kind of a problem that's cropped up in society because you got all these kids watching this stuff and it's like the anti-hero, the bad guy who no one should like and who should be reform is actually getting praise for doing one thing right. Like, no, they're still bad people. They don't deserve praise. Like, yay, you did one good thing. Now fix the rest of the shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a good story was an anti-hero redemption arc.
Mhm.
You know, but they're not doing that at all.
No.
I mean,
Ah.
between that, between their crappy new stuff and then just regurgitating BS and going DIE on it, race
Yeah.
swapping all the characters and all that,
Well, who's in charge of
and
Star Wars
not
now?
even like rewriting the story. It's so dumb. What was that?
Yeah, whoever's got Star Wars now
Mm-hmm.
said it's time to take a brown perspective, or I can't remember what the hell she said, a woman's perspective, or insert DEI phrase.
Right. Right.
Hey, Z, no one knows what you're talking about but me, and that shit drives me insane. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I've watched a couple of videos on people bitching about it. So basically, a localizer is someone who works as a that person does the dubs or types out the subs for the
Okay.
animes, and they'll change the lines. Like one of them was it was an anime, and one of the characters in it is an ancient goddess, and she morphs into a humanoid form. And her humanoid form, she has gigantic breasts. Like, they're just hanging out there, bouncing around. And she comes to the main character's place one day, and she's wearing like a turtleneck, and everything's covered up. And they're like, "Why are you wearing that?" And she's like, "Oh, the patriarchy. Got tired of dealing with the patriarchy, keeping me down."
My gosh.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking horrible, and it is everywhere.
It is good to know. I mean, I primarily just watch it subtitled anyway.
Yeah, I only watch it.
I
But
mean, I
even
like it
then,
when the dub's done well. Like there's some dubs out there that have been done well.
it is very rare you find a good dub of an anime,
Yeah.
because I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's where I don't fully understand Japanese, but it seems like there's so much more emphasis in the dialogue for Japanese voice actors than there are American voice actors.
Mm.
Yep, it was Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Patriarchy has no business being any part of dialogue in any anime.
Nope. Nor a kids show, nor kids TV, nor kids movies. But look at what we got today. It's nice to see that the pendulum is starting to swing back, though. Like, Sean Strickland. Woo! He went off on that reporter. Did you see that?
I did not. I saw a thumbnail on it, but I didn't watch the vid. Pull that up.
Yeah, so I'm knowing. Let's see. Is this it? No, that's like a whole breakdown of it. I think this is it. Here we go. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a thing of beauty, and why the culture is slowly swinging back. I just think it's a little bit too slow, but he said he was going to do this too. He said he was going to go off and force Bud Light to either put up or shut up.
I did want to ask, you're in Toronto. Welcome. Glad to hear it. It's been great.
Are you Canadian?
Of course I am.
Are you part of the fucking opposition? Are you?
I don't know how to phrase that.
You got like fucking. Yeah.
Well, I did want to ask.
Did you vote for Trudeau?
I'm not going to say.
And let me tell you something right now. The man says he's not going to say. Like, if you ask him, motherfucker, did you vote for Biden? He's like, well, I'm not going to say. That's none of your business. He voted for fucking Biden.
Sean,
so hey,
Sean, I'm glad you've had great experiences.
So this is what I'm talking about, you guys. The enemy of Canada.
Sure. All right. That's what it's got to be. It's got to be. We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said
Wait.
Had a gay...
Did you read his shirt? I just read his shirt. I have to make that shirt. A woman in every kitchen, a gun in every hand. Ah, America.
Son, I would think that.
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
You become a champion, you become a star, and someone.
Let me ask you something. Are you gay?
Have you had the chance
No,
to
are
interact with a more diverse
are you?
crowd
Let me know. Are you gay?
Can I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is a part of. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay. If you had a son, then he was like, you had a son, he was gay. You'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're part of the fucking problem. You elected Justin Trudeau, like, when he sees the bank accounts, like, you're just fucking pathetic. And the fact that you have no fucking backbone, and has he shut down your fucking country and seized bank accounts? You ask me some stupid shit like that, go fuck yourself. Move the fuck on, man.
I feel like that doesn't really answer the question, but I did want to ask also things you said about the trans community. You said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight, they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what, and will know what they stand for. Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of fucking you. And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your fucking bullshit you're fucking peddling. The world is not saying, you know what? You're right. Chicks have dicks. The world's not saying that. The world's saying, no, there are two genders. I don't want my kids being taught about, who they could fuck in school. I don't want my kids being taught about, their sexual preference. Like, dude, this guy is the fucking enemy. You want to look at the fucking enemy to our world? It's that motherfucker right there asking these stupid fucking questions.
It is. Those were stupid questions. Not wrong
But is
there.
he wrong?
Absolutely.
But is he wrong? Yeah, like it's gonna take stuff like that, but people have got to stop being or pussyfooting about it and just fucking grow balls again. Stop worrying about hurting people's feelings. Getting your feelings hurt. It's gonna fucking happen. It's life. You deal with shit and you move on.
I mean, honestly, that is how you learn to deal with it, as you go through it.
Yeah.
If you've never had you get your feelings hurt, and then you learn, oh, it's really, it happens enough times that you realize that, oh, it's, I'm still here. Mean words aren't the end of me. I mean, they're only the end of me if I let it be.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I tell the kids. It's like not everyone is.
I don't know if we'll get in trouble for that, Z. She had a word in there that I'm not sure. I don't know how YouTube treats it.
Wait, what video though?
The one where she uses the F word. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say. I wouldn't care otherwise, but
Oh, fag?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
Because how dare YouTube assume to know my sexual preferences, even though my girlfriend is sitting 5 feet away from me? She's got big balls. They're nice. I feel like mine are going to get crushed tonight in the face. Yeah. I mean, everybody's tired of it though. Like they don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Which is good because well, this is what I'm saying. The establishment is seriously trying to make a move. I mean, like seriously, what's the last country left with the most freedom?
Argentina.
He's got to change a lot of stuff though.
He is changing a lot of stuff.
Argentina is
he has
still
a way to go, but because they've really wrecked that country, but he's taking the right path.
The good thing about Argentina and places like that are that they're not as developed as We are. They don't have cameras on every corner. They don't have surveillance systems everywhere. The banks, I mean, you really got to find out what systems are infiltrated to. He has to pay attention to that stuff and really cut it off. But I mean, it's going to be hard for him for sure. But if he can do it, more power to him. Let's see.
Z sent me a link. Oh,
I got it. Yeah.
Mark is such a homophobe. Oh my gosh, she's such a transphobe. Oh no, what are we?
Yeah, it's a.
Oh, there's Leanne.
Clip.
Yeah, was that it?
It's a 30-second vid. You're reviewing it through Z's Instagram, so you don't get the full clip. You'd have to actually go to Melanie Max.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
You'd have to check the archives on her profile because it's been a couple weeks, I think.
Let's see.
Actually, if you click on the link that you had up, like if you bring it back up, there's a thing at the top that says watch full reel. That should be the full video.
I got it.
Okay.
Let's see. Do.
Melanie Mark is such a homophobe. Oh my gosh, she's such a transphobe. Oh no, what are we gonna do? You know what? I am a Christian and I believe that homosexuality and transsexuality is a sin. Now, if you are fine with me believing that and you still want to be my friend, you are welcome to do so and I will still love you. But just note that I will be hoping and praying that one day you can turn from your sin and find Jesus so that you can go to heaven. If you're totally fine with that, cool. Let's be friends. If you're not, goodbye, fat Melanie Mark.
Oh, she cut it off. Instagram. It probably would have got taken down on Instagram anyway.
Oh yeah. Instagram would have went after her ass in a heartbeat. You kidding me? There's no way with her and all the Bible quotes and talking about the Bible and everything that she is not
I got to
flagged.
rant about that a bit though, because I saw so many. Well, not so many. I saw some Christians responding to this with things like that doesn't lead people to Christ, and like how can you call yourself a Christian when you talk to that community like that or whatever, and it just drives me nuts because it's just like she's just speaking what's real. You shouldn't. It's unloving to lie. You know, like if I believe that God is holy. He's going to deter. He's already told you how people go to heaven and hell. It's in this book. All right. Repentance is part of that. It's not just praying a prayer. If you're not repentant, you didn't get saved. And the people that I saw, this is one thing that I noted. The people that I saw that were coming after her that call themselves Christians, I'm like, I noticed that it's just like these are accounts that I never see share the gospel, or rarely, at least. Whereas Melanie Mack is doing it every week, at least. Sometimes every day. I see it on all of her social media. She's always sharing the gospel. She has a Bible channel, for crying out loud. She just reads the Bible to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually quite soothing. It's fun. It's nice to put on the background just put on the playlist, one of the long playlists for one of the books, and you'll finish the book on a long road trip. I'm gonna do that on my way to Orlando. Try to catch up because I was listening pretty consistently for a while, but I've fallen behind. I'm like 2 books behind now.
Yeah. Well, and she touched on something else too. It's like she's not saying that she's without sin. She's just saying that everyone is sinful and we should still love each other.
Yes.
And if you are a devout Christian and you believe in the teachings, then yes, you hope you see that as a sin, and you hope that those people will change their ways. But people can't get mad at that and then be like, oh well, you know, women have to wear that in Muslim culture because that's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like I saw a comment in there about cherry picking. Like it happens on the other end too, and like you said, she was just being honest about how she feels. I don't ever see Melanie Mack going up to someone and just being a complete asshole to them and cussing them out and calling them names and being mean to them for no reason whatsoever. Unlike 95% of the leftists who go and protest.
Mm-hmm.
They'll spit
She
on
doesn't
you,
even
throw
cuss. Like,
shit
so
at
she
you.
wouldn't cuss
Yeah.
anybody out. She doesn't cuss. Like, the worst word she says is fag. That's it.
Bah.
Fag. Fag. But I lost my train of thought. But yeah, that's like the worst word that she uses.
Mm.
You won't hear a curse word out of her mouth, like, ever. She takes that pretty seriously.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty good about that with when the kids are around.
Mhm.
Granted, it does depend on the current company I am keeping at the time because it's a little bit more difficult when I'm hanging out with people who, like, especially like when I was hanging out with some of my buddies, we go over there and hang out, and it would just slip sometimes. But I always be yeah, I said a bad word. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm actually pretty good about not cussing too much, unless I'm playing Elden Ring. Now that, whew. Yeah, she's back here
Yep.
just smiling from ear to ear because she thinks I'm an absolute 5-year-old when it comes to Elden Ring, and she doesn't understand like how soothing it is to just rage at a video game and then win.
Yeah, if there is one thing that makes me lose my mind, it's a video game.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Are you gonna like Elden Ring?
I'm gonna wait for the next sale. I need to catch on the next sale.
Yeah.
Should have got it during the Christmas sale, but I didn't buy
Yeah,
any
I thought
games
you
for
were. 'Cause that's one of the few games you'll actually buy, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a small wish list of games that I will eventually still buy.
They should be having another sale coming up before too long because I know the spring sale's coming up, but usually they have something in between, like each big seasonal sale. Like a little, or you can check midweek madnesses too. I think they're like Tuesday and Wednesday, or maybe it's just Wednesday. But yeah, it is a challenging game for sure, especially if you're like I used to be a hardcore WoW raider, but now I'm kind of a casual Andy, but definitely getting a couple of skills back. Just damn it, game, it is brutal. Like it is rough. It will beat your ass in ways you can't imagine. Yeah, we totally ran off topic from Alec Baldwin again.
Yeah, we did.
We really did. Yeah, I don't know that whole situation. I can't put anything into it because he should have been arrested and in jail by now, flat out. Like I don't give a shit who you are. If the armorer should not have the same culpability as the person who actually pulled the trigger and shot and killed someone in Minecraft or on the fictional set of a movie.
I don't think you have to say in Minecraft if it's something that actually happened. Part of the facts of the case is the gun was in his hand. He shot the gun, and it killed a woman.
Turn your mic a little bit.
Yeah, I saw Z's comment. I don't know. Maybe this mic's just going. I've had it for a while.
I really think it's a directional thing because it, like, talk to it from the side.
Test, 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 test.
It was the same right there. Just I don't know. Maybe it is, but I think it's.
I mean, I can change the filtering, or
You might, yeah, you might have your the. Is it the gain or the whatever picks up the sound? Because it usually is when you're talking a little bit softer. The cutoff.
okay. I
Might
don't know
need to
where
turn
that
the
is.
cutoff down a little bit.
I don't know where to find that. Can I share this and then you can talk me through it? Let me see.
Is it for OBS?
No, I'm not. I'm not using OBS. But I have there's a software that came with this mic. So if you just do the. Oh, here we go. I have this. And then, so there's the high pass, and then all of this signal cleanup stuff.
Let's see.
There's also a gain on the mic itself.
It's the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So take that to.
I can't remember if you turn the gate up or down.
Probably down. Let's take it down 10 and see if that helps. All right. Let me know. Hello, hello. Is it cutting out?
Okay, the gate lets loud sounds through.
Oh.
So, but a noise gate is made to remove noise and other unwanted sounds from your recorded signal, while a compressor evens out the dynamic range. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I would still turn the gate down.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let me know how it's doing. How's it going?
It sounds fine right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe that'll.
All right.
That'll help
Yeah,
out
maybe
a
that'll
bit.
be enough.
Yeah. Man.
Shall we move on to the Bible?
Yeah, man, knock it out.
Okay.
Like,
All
we'll
right.
go ahead and do our first little Bible segment, and this is something we're going to do regularly, guys. This is something Crash has to do, and like I said, honestly, it's not going to hurt anyone. If anything, it might give you a little inspiration or give you something to talk about with friends, because I know a lot of people see the Bible as a religious text that people have to follow, but there's also a lot of morality in there, as I think there is with any major religion you look into. Their morality is a big part of every major religion, and if nothing else, it might help you on that level. So, Mr. Crashmondo, take it away with
All right.
with our Bible time here.
Today's reading comes from 1 Peter chapter 1.
How do we hold on? How do we change this to you?
It's a good question.
Can you do it?
Well, if you removed yourself from
just click. Okay, yeah. So that just does that.
No. Okay. Oh. How'd you do that? Oh, you took yourself backstage. Okay.
Yeah. Now, there we go. It switched.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I know how to do it now. We're good.
Okay. Cool. All right. So 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 14 through 16. As obedient children, do not be conformed to the passions of your former ignorance. But as he who called you is holy, you also be holy in all your conduct, since it is written, you shall be holy, for I am holy. So the message is, be holy, because God is. In other words, be a good person.
Well, I
Follow the
also see
moral law.
that. I also see that as the wisdom of age and experience. And because when you're younger, you are innocent, yes, but you're You're also inexperienced. You're stupid, and you are unknown to the ways of the world. And depending on how you're brought up, you could be performing sinful actions every day and think it's normal until you see it's like kids coming from a broken home. They get acclimated to certain norms, but then they find like a friend's family or they get adopted by a family and they see how it's different and how what having a stable relationship with family members or spending time together or name whatever was missing from the other environment. Not getting beat by an alcoholic parent or seeing drug abuse every single day. It's to me, it's saying if you find out you're doing something wrong and you know it's wrong, have the fortitude to stop doing that thing.
Yeah. It's really good. Really insightful.
Yeah,
You got
sorry.
Bible study tonight. Anyway, I hope that blesses everyone. And like Cam said, we're gonna do this every week. Because
Yeah,
I'm kind of taking a cue honestly from Melanie Mack, just getting the word of God out there because I believe that it is a powerful thing, and I think it will change your life the more you read it.
we need to start making some Bible shirts.
Yes, we do. In fact, after this, I'll discuss. I have a design in mind that's simple that you and I could probably throw together. I came up with just last week. So, because it's mostly text, it's pretty much all text. So, I think you just need to find a good font. The only thing is that, in the word Christ, I want the T to be a cross.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I won't give any more details of the design because I don't want to give it away. I want to do a reveal, and I actually have a scripture reading for that reveal as well, because it'll be the scripture that we put on the back.
Well, the guys I work with out at the shop who run the local shop here, they're actually making this one, which I think is going to do quite well.
Okay.
I think this would blow up in a church scene, I believe.
Oh, nice.
For women with these Stanley Cup things. Yeah.
What is that trend?
Apparently it's because they fit in the cup holder.
Because the way it narrows at the bottom?
Yeah. So apparently that's because Stanley has been around for like literal decades. My dad has like a 50-year-old thermos, which I am going to hijack and put on eBay for like $1,000 just to see what happens. But yeah, it's that's apparently that's what it is, because they can, like, the soccer mom, you got your soccer moms, your sports moms, because holy shit, those parents are, it's like they're every single day they're doing something, and I guess they want that 64-ounce jug of Coke to be able to carry around and take wherever. But apparently Stanley is not the popular thing now. It's all about the Miyokis.
They're just the brand.
Yeah, because they're cheaper. Oh, they don't leak. Why, I don't know. I haven't looked at one, but yeah. Yeah, Rob, it is mostly this. People are batshit crazy. And it's a trend, just like the Tide Pod Challenge and all that dumb shit. But
well, at least this one isn't like causing you actual physical harm. Maybe to your pocketbook if you're buying a lot of them, but
I was gonna say it's just financial harm.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Because people are literally taking them and putting them on eBay for $500 and selling them.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad. Had I known about this about a year ago, I would have jumped all on this gravy train. Because geez, and I hate to say this, but Pete Davidson is a low-key smart person. because what was it? About 5 years ago, maybe more, he just went and bought unopened VHS tapes of movies. Thousands of them. And now some VHS movies unopened are worth $10 to $20, $30,000. It's ridiculous. But that's
It's
also something
unfortunate that
else I can raid from my parents' house.
I mean, I would expect it to be much less, but what's the indication on a opened VHS? I still have tons of VHS, but I've watched them all.
I don't. Well, let's see.
We
What
still
would
have
be a
VCRs
popular
here.
one?
Actually, too.
Oh. I wonder what Pulp Fiction on VHS is selling for right now.
I'm gonna try that.
What does it do? Like, it goes anywhere from $4 to $200. The hell?
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like,
The heck? What is this? Rare out of print Walt Disney VHS A Tale of Two Critters Animal Adventure series for $1 million? No way that's getting. Fox and the Hound. I mean, it says new, so I'm assuming that they're definitely not opened.
yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, what's crazy too is, if you notice, you don't own anything anymore as far as media.
Mm-hmm.
You don't buy DVDs anymore, hardly. You don't buy games anymore. Well, you do, but you get the digital copy saved to your hard drive. But shows, stuff like that, unless you order special season releases, almost everything's digital now, and video gaming is actually moving toward that. You're not going to have your games in your library anymore. They're going to try to make it to where you have to pay a subscription fee to be able to access your games that you play, which pisses me off.
So the other day, I was on Amazon. I was getting ready to. I was gonna either rent or buy. So I want to watch. I haven't watched this in a long time, but Jesus of Nazareth. And then I had that thought about like, oh, they're trying to get us so that we can't own anything. I'm gonna buy the DVD. So I've decided I'm gonna start making a switch towards buying hard copies versus cloud copies.
Here is my one piece of memorabilia that I know is actually going to be worth something one day. Let's see.
I'm seeing all of these Disney VHSs, and I have a lot of those. They've all been open though. That's the only thing.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know what I can sell that for.
I got that one.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yep. I've got the original Super Mario RPG. That was a good game too. It really was.
Yeah? I never played it.
Oh yeah. I wonder how much killer
I didn't
games
have a
they-
Super Nintendo. I had a Sega.
I had a Super Nintendo and a Sega, and then I didn't get a new system until I bought my own Xbox.
Oh wow.
I missed all of the PlayStation stuff.
I had a PlayStation 1, and then I stopped playing video games for a long time after that.
Yeah. I go over to my buddy Eric's house because he had the PlayStation, and he had these giant tower speakers all around his room, and we'd play Resident Evil and Twisted Metal.
Ah, Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
I love Twisted Metal.
Shit was awesome.
It's one of my favorite games.
Mm-hmm. I didn't watch that series. Was it any good?
I mean, I didn't watch it either. I had heard that it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if that came from somebody who was a Twisted Metal fan. So
I like Anthony
I don't remember
Mackie.
who that was.
Anthony Mackie's fairly based. I mean, the average audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is 94, so I'm gonna have to watch it and check it out.
What services is it on? Is it on Prime by chance?
No, it's Peacock. Ugh.
Oh,
Ugh.
maybe I'll just have to wait till it makes its way around.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm
buying
gonna-
another service just to stream one
Dude,
series.
it's back to cable. That's all it is.
It's exactly yeah. Except that you pay for the channels individually.
Mhm. Well, no, it's not
yeah.
even that. Like back in the day, you would buy your cable subscription. You get your basic one, which wouldn't have HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, anything like that, and then you'd
Mhm.
add each one of the major box off or what do you call it? Distributors, I guess.
I'm not sure. I guess.
But they would have the movies on them that people wanted to see, and that's how they got you hooked.
Mm-hmm.
But had you been smart back in the day, you just did what we did, and you just recorded everything on VHS.
Yeah.
And then
Did that a
enjoyed.
lot.
It actually got a lot harder whenever they started phasing out VHS and put everything on DVD because
Mhm.
not everyone knew how to screen grab and record on a computer and burn DVDs. And you couldn't there for a while unless you
Yeah.
really knew what you were doing. But well, man. How's the return for you? How you feel about the return so far?
Good. It's been good. It's good to be back.
It is.
And yeah, looking forward to it. I'm gonna start game streaming soon. Probably, actually, I told you, I think last month or a couple weeks ago that I was gonna do Fridays, but I think I'm gonna do Sundays instead because, well, I know I'm gonna probably do Sundays instead because starting in February I'm gonna be leading a Bible study, so and that will be on Friday nights.
Okay.
So I'm looking to do Sunday game stream. Maybe even no, I can't tomorrow night. That's right. I got something going on tomorrow night, but maybe next week if nothing comes up.
Yeah. Tonight I'm doing dick all because it is going to be 12 degrees here tonight. Yeah.
Ugh, fun.
It's been cold as shit here.
I wonder what it's gonna be here. It's been pretty cold here. Not 20 degrees warmer, but
it's gonna get down to
it's still-
50.
No, it's already 34.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Huh. Surprising for your area.
I mean, I think I'm on the edge of where it's cold because I think if you look up Orlando, let me see. Orlando's 48.
Yeah.
Like I think once you get out of the panhandle, it starts to warm up pretty quick.
People must be freaking out because you guys are definitely not used to this kind of weather at all.
I mean, there's a lot of complaining for sure.
Like, I would still comfortably be wearing shorts and a hoodie if it were like 50 degrees outside, or well, even 40 degrees. I could get away with it for a while. But I'm actually having to put on jogging pants and stuff because it actually is getting a little bit too cold for me. Yep.
Need more. Need it to come back. Come back, global warming.
I wonder if these people know that they're going to end up killing everyone if they keep pulling carbon out of the atmosphere. I mean, they probably do.
Probably part of the plan.
Probably is. Like, hey, if we get rid of all the carbon, there's less food, there's less reproduction, there's less sustenance, and we've got all our own gardens, and we've got these underground bunkers with private gardens and everything where we got people who work for us. So yeah, let's just starve them out. And hey, it'll set off a global freezing.
Did you see the Jewish tunnels?
Yep. Yep. Everyone says they were trying to illegally expand the church, but that doesn't make any sense at all.
I feel like they know something, and that they're hiding. They know something. They were just trying to get deep underground.
Yeah. Like I think the younger generation in that church probably based and paying attention to what's going on, and the older ones are probably just set in their ways and whatever. And they're like, yeah, we need a safe place to go to in case shit goes sideways. Like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, honestly, too, look at all the anti-Semitic stuff that's gone on in New York and places like that.
Mm-hmm.
The knockout game, pushing people off trains, like Asian, and whenever COVID was there, they were blocking down their parks and their synagogues and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't like the Jewish people ain't too happy about that.
Mm.
So
Well, good. They shouldn't be.
yeah, they
Hopefully
shouldn't.
they're
I mean,
well awake
shit.
of. Yeah.
If I could dig a tunnel and make my own little bunker, I sure as shit would. I need to anyway.
Do you hear about? There was a famous TikToker. I can't say it. TikToker. That in a DC suburb was digging a tunnel underneath her house. Just in her spare time. Like she works in IT during the day, and at night she works on this tunnel underneath. She already has a basement. She just decided she needed to go deeper.
Yeah. Well,
apparently she got pretty famous for it, and I think it was just last week where the local authorities decided to step in and say, we don't approve.
Well, I
Or
think
you don't have a permit. Rather, I think that you can technically get a permit for it, and I don't know. I think she's just gonna go for trying to get it. Ask for permission now.
Yeah. Well, talk about a political landmine there. But what's crazy is once you get down to like, I think it's like between 20 and 30 feet, the ambient temperature stays around 70. Yeah, you don't have to go down that far to actually get into a.
Well, yeah, I guess that's how geothermal works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, geothermal cooling works because underground it is cooler than it is above. Yeah, that's because it's what Tim does for his compound. He's got a lot of geothermal cooling for his AC. So yeah, it's you don't have to go down too far. Now, if you go down too far, you're going to cook yourself alive.
Well, yeah.
They had to stop that hole in Russia. I think it's a little bit over a mile deep, and they literally cannot drill any farther because it just melts everything. It's that hot. But yeah, crazy stuff,
Yep.
guys. Well, man, I don't know. I don't think I got anything else.
Yeah, me neither. It's a good show.
It was a good show. It's good to be back. Thanks, guys, for watching and joining.
Yeah, thanks for coming back. We've been gone for
we have. We've been gone for a while.
Almost 2 months. At least a month.
Yeah, it's been
maybe 6.
Been right
maybe a
at
month
a
and a
month.
half. Okay.
I think it's been right at a month. Let's see.
Yeah, I guess that's right because we did that one show where, because we skipped a week. I was gonna take off until the new year, but then we had that one show because I said I have much to rant about. So
yeah, it's been 1 month and 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was not that long ago. It does seem like it's been longer though, doesn't it?
It does. I feel like I've been gone for like a whole quarter.
Yeah. Man, we're gonna have to do every week this year because stuff's gonna be getting churned out constantly.
Yeah. Oh, first week in February I'll be at MegaCon, but
yeah. Oh, I might tap
Unless
into
you
you while
wanna-
you're there.
What's that?
I said I might tap into you while you're there. Do
Okay.
like a live stream. Let you show us around a little bit.
We could do that. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Well, Crash, tell everyone where they can find you, man.
Follow me on Kick, Crash Mondo JR. I mean, you can find me on social media, on any of them. Well, except for Facebook. I don't have a Facebook under that name, but But I'm not active. I'm not very active. I'm trying to just keep that to a minimum now this year. I mean, I honestly just don't see a huge use for it anymore for me anyways. I think it's just a detriment to your mental health if you get on it too much anyway.
Yeah, I don't get on it that much anymore either. It's pretty dumpstery
Yeah.
for the most part. And somebody's been taking up a little bit of my time once in a while. I think it's on, what is it, the days that end in Y, is that right?
She camera shy?
I don't know if she's camera shy or not. I don't think so. She said she sent me her OnlyFans link a little bit ago. So
You can wait till after we end the stream if you want, but you haven't introduced me to her yet. So
no, do you want to say hi? No. You need to be dolled up. You're in a mood with me. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble.
Uh-oh.
I'm in trouble. I think it's because I told everybody about her balls. Yeah. Well, guys, you know where to find me. Flagrant Triggers everywhere except for Twitter, which is just Flagrant Trigger. Website's up. We still got stuff on there. I might put out some anti-Valentine stuff, maybe. Not sure yet. Not sure yet. We'll see. I gotta make something funny though if I do that. It's gotta be pretty funny. But no, we were talking about this the other day. It's like everything's about self-centeredness and attention to yourself. So the anti-Valentine stuff that's all about me is going to work just as good as the Valentine stuff for other people. Lots of single dudes out there too, so got to tap into that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Good show again, my man. And do it again next week, right?
That's right. And hopefully my mic will work better. I mean, it sounds like it's been
Yeah,
fine. Need adjustment. Okay, so that's probably it.
Yep. All right, later Z, later Rob, later Front Porch.
Brian and Ruben. I know you were in here earlier too.
Yeah, and all the other lurkers who have been in and out of here. Appreciate you stopping by. If you don't mind, like, share. Share, it's a big thing. It's gonna help us out better than anything else. And we will catch you guys next week. So deuces.